So as somebody who's spent time on both sides, right? The real community and kind of deep long-term care, what were some of the things that surprised you when you first started looking at long-term care?
One of the most important things for a long-term care pharmacy, and I tell this to anybody, is the relationships you have with the facilities,
Hmm.
which kind of make or break a long-term care pharmacy. Community pharmacy, independent community pharmacy, is deeply ingrained within their community, and they're very involved. They're very well known. With long-term care, your footprint is vastly expanded. You can deliver 3-4 hours away, so you don't always get that immediate community feel. So really the relationships with your nursing home administrators, your DONs, is a big deal because you're often communicating. There are always challenges in long-term care. And so one of the biggest surprises, I guess, at first it's those relationships. Developing those relationships are what can help make a long-term care pharmacy very successful right from the start.
Fantastic. And what were some of the things you needed to do to kind of improve it? You said in the beginning, right, it wasn't performing really well. So what were some of the steps you took to drive that
Yeah,
improved
yeah.
performance?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. There were several things that we did. One of the things that we had learned was the software platform we were using. We were kind of self-taught. We weren't using it to its fullest capabilities.
Yep.
We didn't really know how to use it effectively, and so we brought in a team of experts from the vendor to help us train
Yep.
and educate us and tell us what we were doing wrong, what we were doing right to gain efficiencies within the system. We were actually a 24-hour pharmacy. We were running 3 shifts because
Wow.
we
Yeah.
just were so, and it wasn't necessary. It's just we were inefficient. We had
Yeah.
just come into, this was 2012 with short cycle dispensing. So we had bought automation, and that was a huge mess for us because we went into strip packaging and our facilities did not want strip packaging. So we had
Ah,
bought and invested in automation, and this is as I'm coming into it.
right. Right.
The automation's there. We had to figure out how to use it and adapt to it, and we did not do an effective job at selling our facilities on why strip packaging is a great solution for them over the current bingo card type
Yeah.
format. So we really struggled. We actually reverted most of our business off of strip packaging over the course of the next year because it just wasn't working for our facilities. And if it doesn't work for our facilities, it
Then
doesn't
it
work for
doesn't
the
work.
pharmacy
Right. Yeah.
because the business is going to go elsewhere. They're going to find what they want. And so we spent a ton of time trying to digest the automation, then get rid of the automation and move it somewhere else and work through all those facets. So that was a huge challenge for us. The other thing that we did is we jokingly called it the Trent Thiede tour. I went out with our sales rep, our customer service rep, and we went and visited and talked to the facilities that we're currently working with and said, hey, we know we have problems right now. We're working to clean these up. Give us an opportunity. We'll show you what we can do. And we're investing in making things right. We had to bring in more personnel at a time. We actually had to run further into the red to make
Right.
things right before we could kind of right size the ship and gain all these efficiencies. So um, developing that rapport and those
Yep.
relationships and being able to put a face to the name and making sure that I was accessible to help them, the facility, with whatever they needed if they had a problem. And we ran more stat runs. We did a lot of things from a service standpoint while we were struggling to make sure that we could retain the business and then eventually make it more efficient and more profitable.